If you know C programming, then you know the sprintf function. What it does is it writes the contents into a string. It's basically like printf, except it writes into a string instead. And it seems like I've actually encountered a bug with it, although I don't exactly know what's going on. Okay, well, take this for example. This is one of my own functions, format number. Well, first, I'll run the program, so it's going to hit this breakpoint. Looks otherwise normal, that's otherwise expected, no problem there, and it hits the breakpoint. I'm expecting that. Okay, now let's go look at some of the values. What this basically does is, well, the 9 here is the array index that I'm referencing on. Notice all this formatted number thing on here? Well, if I go to one of these, you can see the contents of the strings here just fine. Some zeros, some blank, but the one in question is number 9. So what's the problem with 9? Well, if you look at this one, you'll see that it's all zeros. When the string has a 0 at the very end, that means the string has ended. That's how strings basically get their endings determined. However, I'm going to run this through. That line is now executed. Now I'm expecting to see something in number 9, right? And there's a 4. Okay, and then there's a 0 at the end. That makes sense. I can agree with that. So, okay, then of course my draw bitmap font, all that does is just reads from the string, doesn't write anything. It just, well, it does write, but it's image data, not text data. So, execute that, no problem there. So, sprintf, well, let's go look at the results from this. Still a 4, okay, makes total sense, I can agree with that. So, I'm going to execute the sprintf now. Okay, now I'm going to look at this. Still 4, and you got the 0 at the end, but if you look at text string, what is with all this gibberish at the end? Here's that 4 right here. And what is with all this gibberish? There was a 0 at the end, so there's something strange about this particular character. Of course, zeros, you'd expect this to be showing up as these squares. So, I'm going to look at that particular thing, except I gotta look at it. In here, this is the only thing that works for me. 4, and, well, you can kind of see that. So let's look at text string and look at its actual components. Say 128.0000, that's the X position, nothing really special. Okay, and if after a long ways, after some point, let's see, where is that? 630, here's that 4. Okay, here's the 4. Why is there a 10 there? How is sprintf adding a 10? And because of this, sometimes I can't even get my game engine to run. So what's going on with sprintf? At this very line right here, why is that happening? Okay, well, let's restart this. Okay, let's get some more clues here. Text string, let's just look at this case. Let's see, I need to view it another way, but can't seem to get to it directly. So, you know, it ends in zeros here, but what's with this T here? That don't make sense. Okay, but everything else here seems fine. Of course, this is from other data from before. Okay, let's look at text string now. Still the same thing with this odd thing here. Okay, draw bitmap font. Nothing affecting it. And for some reason I can't use the, let's see, where is it? I can't step into, but I can only step over. I don't get it. So if I do attempt this, it just executes this as if there was nothing there. And, what do you know? Something is different. Okay, let's see, here's that 4 again. Remember that 630 at the end, right? 4, what's with this 10 here? And then a 0. So, this means the string terminates, right? Okay. And you might be wondering, is it array overflow? Not exactly. 2048 characters. That's plenty big. And yet that infinite loop error is triggering with this, and it's extremely random. You saw two totally different scenarios, and yet, what's going on? Why is that 10 coming in here? Even though you saw in the formatted number here that there's plenty of room. A 4, for example, yeah, that would work with this 30 and 15. That's only two characters. The 4 itself and then the string terminator. This is weird, and it's totally mysterious. So it seems like there's a bug with sprintf or something that's causing that. Exact cause? Unknown. Any ideas what might be causing this?